Hello, this is for day 12. Ooh, I can see me in the reflection again. Oh, look at that. That's so funny. Oh, wait, and then... Oh, it's one of those continuing things. Let's see if you guys can see it. Alright, well, either way. This is for day 12. It had to have been, like, the most perfect day in the world. So, here's what happened. It's Saturday. I wake up, I slept in, it was great because I had been really, really tired. I worked really hard finishing up my last week at Western Youth Services and traveling back and forth and with the performance, and it has been really exhausting. And so clearly you saw the video, I was really tired. And so I slept in on Saturday, woke up at like 9:30, texted Sulai and was like, hey Sulai, you want to go to the beach? And is that better for you guys? And so she said she was going to a clothing swap, and that then the beach sounded like a good idea. So she invited me to the clothing swap, and I said, sure, I'm not telling you guys what I'm about to do yet. So I almost slipped. I thought it was a great idea for me to go through my clothes and to yeah, give them all away, figure it out. My intention was not to bring home clothes, though. There was see, I got this shirt. Look at this shirt, so cute. I got a lot of really cute stuff. But I brought like a whole big giant bag of it. Like I definitely took home only like a quarter of what I brought. And so I had like 45 minutes to get dressed and do that, and it turned into an hour, and it was awesome. And Sulai came at the perfect time and was in very good spirits, as Sulai has, I think, always been every time I see her. And so then we were going to get some coffee. She realized that the swap meet was a little later than she had originally told me. So we were going to get some coffee and lunch. So we went to what's it called? Rock, paper, scissors on Pico. Got an espresso. It was really a phenomenal espresso. I'd never had an espresso taste like that. It was delicious. And then I was really hungry. So we decided we were going to have lunch, but we didn't want to eat there because the food's quite pricey, and I just wasn't up for that. Plus, it would have been stuff I really shouldn't have eaten. Bread doesn't work for me at all. And so we were driving down a street, and I see balloons. And I'm like, oh, is that where we're going thinking we're going to the clothing swap? And she was like, oh, no. I was like, oh, okay. We started driving by, and I was like, ooh, a yard sale. And then I saw the most amazing thing ever. There was a whole big pull-out table of food. And I was like, food, pull over. And Sulai just like immediately responded well and pulled over. And it was awesome. My window was down, and I heard the lady saying, we got some ribs, to this other person, and talking about the ribs. And I was like, she just said she had ribs. I'm so excited. And so we got out of the car and we went over, and immediately I was like, and here I am in my box, remember? And so I was like, so what is the story with all of this food? And she just laughed so hard, and she was like, you look at you with your look at the story. And she was just like, you cracked me up. And she showed me the ribs and the chicken and the mac and cheese and the apple cobbler and potato salad. And the deal was you got a big plate for $12. And so I couldn't decide on the ribs or the chicken. Sulai and I decided we were going to share. And I was so excited, and I was excited enough to continuously express it a little bit. I let her know I was very excited about her food, and in the way that I do. And so, it was awesome. Oh my goodness, it was so good. And it looked so good. Oh my. I would eat it again today. I would. And so I was just like, can I have a little bit of both, the chicken and the ribs? And she was just like, yeah. And she laughed and she was like, because you made me laugh so hard, I'm going to give it to you for the same price. And I was just like, yes, score. Oh, yeah. And I did a little excitement moment. And then she gave us the food. And Sulai and I, we were kind of trying to figure out what we wanted to do. So I walked over to the car, or we walked to the car, and then decided to just maybe eat in the shade under a tree, or in the yard. And so we started kind of walking back, and then this lady, this older woman who had been in the group. So it was a yard sale. It was a black family, and there were like three older women sitting like at the doorway sort of, and then the woman that made the food. So it was like all like southern, cooking, soul food. Except for they were missing the greens. I didn't get potato salad or cobbler. You got two sides, and I got, or Sulai and I got baked beans and mac and cheese. And oh, it was so good. And then the older lady of all of them came up to me and goes, honey, I don't know why you got this thing on your head, but I want to pray with you. And she just grabbed me and held me and put her face up against the box. And she was just like, Lord, I hope you're with this woman. I hope you are with this girl, and you heal this girl, and you take her from her sins, and you take her sins away from her, and you help her, and you heal her, and you heal this woman. You heal this girl, Jesus. Oh, Jesus, you heal her. And she did that for about 5 minutes. And oh my goodness, I'm getting woohoo! It was so beautiful. And I envisioned myself just taking my isolation and just letting it go into the world and disperse and just dissolve. And it was so beautiful. And I held that vision the whole time. This woman was like, Jesus, you be with this woman. You be with this girl. And it was so beautiful. And so then when she finished, and she had one hand on my waist and one hand on my arm, and I had my hand on one of her arms and then on her shoulder, and my friend Sulai was standing there. When I opened my eyes, Sulai was like at that verge of tears moment, like her eyes were like watering. I don't know if tears actually came out, she'd have to tell you, but her eyes were definitely like touched, and I could tell that mine probably were because I felt that way. And we thanked her, and I was just like, that is the most amazing thing that's happened so far. I think in terms of intensity and just pure connection, pure soul, like I felt my soul connect with this woman and with the universe and with everything that I have been fighting against and refusing to connect and refusing to. It just I felt at that moment just pure connection, and it was beautiful. And then we sat down, and the food was absolutely incredible, like perfect. It was perfect. It wasn't too salty. It wasn't too. I mean, it wasn't dry. It was perfect. And then another woman came over, and I said, "Do you girls need a drink?" And at first we were like, no. She was like, a soda, some water. And so Sulai and I both were like, we could use some water. She came over and brought bottles of water, and I said, how much is it? Can I contribute? I'd like to contribute to your day, or to what you're doing. And she was just like, for you, nothing. I wouldn't even accept it. And I was just like, that's so sweet. That was so sweet, just because I made this woman laugh just a little bit earlier. And that was just the sweetest thing. And so then Oh my goodness, I feel my eyes tearing up. So then we finished eating, and then when we left, we said our goodbyes and gave hugs to everyone, and and we left. And then we went to the co-op and we got some delicious food, enriching food. And then we went to the beach, and I was wearing my one piece from Walmart from like when Rich and I were on vacation a long time ago, and I didn't have a bathing suit, and that was our option, was Walmart. And I went in the water with Box. Box and I went in the water, and I didn't share any pictures with you, and you're gonna have to wait. Um, there's a few other things that I've been holding back, but and I don't want to say but, and it's gonna be pretty good when they come out. And I'm so excited about the news tonight. Okay, so I'm doing this a day. Actually, I'm a couple days behind. Yeah, I'm a couple days behind. So today is the last day, but I'll tell you more because I'm gonna do the one for yesterday, the video blog for yesterday, and ooh, I forgot too. Oh yeah, that was interesting. Saturday was just such an interesting day, and so then I contacted my friend John after Sulai and I parted, and I was at home. I contacted him, and we ended up going to a Denny's, and it was like the one Denny's where the protest against Zimmerman was going on, and we got to actually see the protest. We saw the protest. There were a lot of people. I definitely tried to get John to stop, and he was not having it. It was not his forte, and it's okay. It's totally okay. We didn't go. I'm not upset, but I was totally like, let's stop, let's go. I want to see. Um, it was probably a better idea. You know, people were mad, and I was in a box, so I don't know. You know, if that would go over very well. So that was Saturday. It was very exciting, and I'm gonna be back. I'm actually gonna go all fancy. I'm gonna change my clothes before I do the next one. So watch that. Ha 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 ha.